Good morning, everybody. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tasha Marie TMR. How you doing, baby? All right. If this is your first time here and you have not yet subscribed, please do so now. Also, once you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit the top button, which is the option for all, so you can always be notified every time I drop a new video. And if you've been watching me for a while and you just kind of like, girl, go hit that subscribe button. You know you love me. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Okay, so it's raining here today, and I've had a busy morning, like all moms do, trying to usher kids on out the door, getting them on the bus. Traylon did get his bus today, so we are super excited about that. At least I am. I don't know if he is, but I am. To get that boy on the bus, because I have been taking him back and forth to school, and I just refused to do it this year. I was like, no, I can't do it this year, y'all. So he's on the bus, and he got on up out of there this morning. He stayed up kind of late last night playing that daggone video game, but I was like, oh, okay, baby, that's your sleep. You want to be in school all cranky? That's on you. You just better make sure them people don't call me. Okay, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to put my hand right there because I thought my phone was about to fall. All right, y'all. So, what we gonna talk about this morning? Let me think. Let me see. Y'all, so much be going on YouTube. Oh, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At the end of the day, you know, Strong Mommy Chrissy, Jasmine, Olivia, child, I'm tired of talking about them, you know, because what they do is what they do. You know, they come out with these videos, and then they say, like Jasmine came out with a video yesterday, and she was like, I guess she's thinking about getting an abortion or whatever, which, I mean, girl, you know, people being not supportive. Well, I mean, it's just like this. Everybody is not going to be your personal cheerleader. Like, being an adult, you should know that. Also, with this social media thing, you should know everybody not going to be for you. Everybody's not going to agree with your decisions. But that's okay. Everybody don't have to. You know? I mean, obviously, you don't care what people think, because if you did, you would censor the things that you put out here for people to see. I mean, it's just that simple. And at the end of the day, you have to understand that for the people who react to your videos, like, it only brings you more traffic. That's all it does. It's, you know, a lot of people that people don't know you're here, you know, and then when they hear, you know, people like myself and others who react to your videos, and they're like, who is that? Let me go see what they talking about. Let me go see who that person is. You know, and at the end of the day, you guys, it's an opinion. It's people's opinions. Sometimes some of the opinions are very bold. Sometimes those opinions are concerning. You know, like they're saying it out of concern for the person they're speaking of. It's not always about somebody hating on you. You know, I just hate. I hate that term even came out. Like, I hate people even use that term, you know. I do understand that people are envious and jealous of others, but everybody is not that way, okay? Let me see, y'all. You know, I noticed too, like, a lot of people been, sorry about my hand. A lot of people been doing reaction videos about Strong Mommy Chrissy's baby shower. And, you know, I told you guys, I mentioned it a little bit yesterday, and I told you I didn't watch it. I did watch it yesterday. Not all of it, but I watched some of it. And she got a lot of nice stuff, y'all. At the end of the day, you know, if people want to give her things, yeah, we can't be mad at them for that. People give all the time. People give to charities. People give to organizations. People give to each other. People give to GoFundMes. Like, people give. There's a lot of people out here that love to, you know, what they say, be a cheerful giver. people love to give. And if she was able to figure out a way to monopolize or capitalize on that, you can't be mad at her for that. I mean, you know, people love pregnant women. People love babies. So you have a woman who has a lot of children, who's about to have another one. Regardless of how much money she makes on YouTube, you can always use extra things, you know, and she put it out there. She didn't force anybody to do it. People felt compelled to do it, and you can't get mad at her for that. And you can't get mad at the people that were generous enough. You know, at the end of the day, you guys, you have to understand that there are a lot of generous people out here. There are a lot of people, even if her story is a lie or the truth. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. That baby being born is the truth, okay? And, you know, people like doing stuff like that. People like Chrissy. And Chrissy, you can say what you want to say about the girl, but she does have a nice channel. When you come to her channel, you are entertained. You know, she presents her commentary, her information on her channel. She presents it very nicely. I'm the type of person, y'all, I give props where props is due, okay? But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Reacting on these three ladies, yeah, to me, it's getting played out. Like, it's so played out. And that's why I started talking about other things on my channel, because it's so much more going on in the world and on YouTube than just them, you know. Granted, when you talk about them, you do get a lot of views on your channel, okay? But at the end of the day, me personally, and I'm speaking for myself, I can't speak for anybody else, I want my channel to be more than just talking about them all the time, right? I like reacting, I like giving my opinion, I like speaking on topics that I feel like a lot of people can relate to. And there is a lot of stuff going on in this world, in our cities, in our states, that people can relate to, and we can all engage in a conversation about it. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get my almost empty house tour video out. Like, I just don't really like the way it got filmed, because my son helped me film it and he was horrible. But I'm just have to give it to y'all, and you just have to, I apologize for the way it looked. I will, once we get the house furnished, I will do a furnished house tour. But y'all, it's going to be a minute before I get that house furnished, because, you know, it takes money and I ain't got a whole bunch of it. So, you know, it's going to be a minute. But I'm going to give y'all what I have, and hopefully you'll like it. I'm going to try to edit it the best way I can to make sure it's clean. And people can enjoy it. Like I said, it's not real long, because my house is not like colossal. It's not a real big house, and because I don't need a real big house, it's big enough for me and my family. So that's all I'm worried about. And there's some updates that I want to do to the house. Like in the kitchen, y'all, it has this ugly wallpaper on there. Child, we got to get rid of that. And then some walls I want to repaint. The carpet that's in the house was a nice carpet, but I want to redo the carpet. You know, I want newer carpet. I want a darker color carpet. So there's a lot of things that I want to do. Well, I'm saying like I'm the only one living. There's a lot of things we want to do to the house, but you know, it takes time, it takes money. So we just gonna have to, you know, like my husband and I talked about the other night, we just gonna have to do it, you know, one day at a time, one room at a time, or one project at a time. We can't do 7 projects. We also want to put a fence around our backyard, because we do have a swimming pool, and you'll see that in my open house tour, or almost empty house tour. And the reason why I call it that is because there was some stuff in the house as I was filming, because they were moving stuff in. And then we also have, the previous owner had a swing set and clubhouse and stuff like that for her grandchildren, and we're going to keep it because I got nephews, and then hopefully one day we'll have grandchildren, so we're going to keep it. But I want to put a fence around it, because there's kids in the neighborhood, and the last thing I need is for somebody to come over there being curious and play on something and fall and hurt themselves. And then folks, y'all know how they do when you a homeowner, baby. People be trying to sue you then. So yeah, so what else we gonna talk about, y'all, this morning? Yeah, you know what, y'all, I just, like I said before, we gonna go back a little bit. I just, you know, I saw Jasmine's video yesterday, y'all, and she was talking about she's getting an abortion or whatever. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, and, you know, I don't care what people say or feel about it. I personally, my personal opinion is, I don't think Jasmine was ever pregnant. I don't think so. Again, I don't know. I'm not her, and I'm not in her belly, so I don't know. My personal opinion is she's not really pregnant. Just by listening to how she sounded yesterday, speaking of that's her body and how she's not ready. But, you know, she says she used protection. I don't know if she did, if she didn't. At this point, I mean, hell, I don't care, you know. But I just feel like when you tell a story, like, try to give as much truth in a story as possible. People will appreciate that more than they will fabrication, when you fabricate a story, you know. It is, you know, like she said, you know, she has a hard enough time with the 4 she got. So just, you know, I get it. Women get caught up in the moment. Men get caught up in the moment, in the heat of the moment. And, you know, and when you're being intimate, sometimes decisions, you know, using protection, it may be the decision going into it. But once you get all in the middle of it, baby, you know what I'm saying? That goes out the door. But even with that being said, at some point you have to be responsible, you know, as an adult, and you have to learn how not to get caught up in the moments, because then you're dealing with things that you're dealing with now, like you know, pregnancy, a possible pregnancy, possibly thinking of aborting the baby because you know you can't really handle it right now. Like, those things come into play. And had you been a little bit more responsible, you probably wouldn't have had to think about things like that. But, you know, that's her, y'all. So really quick, y'all, I want to show you this clip of a video that I saw last night from a news station that I saw last night, and I'm gonna show y'all right now.
2 Baltimore women charged in the death of 4-year-old Malachi Lawson are being held tonight without bail. WMAR 2 News' Abby Isaac live at the Baltimore City District Court with what the charging documents have to say led up to the boy's death. Abby?
Well, Kelly and Jamie, these charging documents are pretty disturbing. It says that 4-year-old Malachi Lawson suffered serious and untreated burns 4 days before his death. A teddy bear holding a sign that says R.I.P. Malachi outside the complex where the young boy's body was found, as painful details are released about the 4-year-old's last few days. According to charging documents, his mom, 25-year-old Alicia Lawson, and her spouse, 40-year-old Shakita Lawson, were giving Malachi a bath when he got serious burns from his waist to his feet. The burns were so bad, the women told detectives they could see skin floating in the water. Over the next 9 days, they attempted to treat him on their own, afraid that Malachi would be taken from their care and that they would get in trouble for what happened to him, the documents say. Then on Thursday morning, Alicia told detectives she woke up to find her son unresponsive in his bed, laying in a, quote, puddle of wetness. Believing he had died, she wrapped him in a blanket and called a Lyft to take her to Hayden Avenue, that's about 10 miles from her home in Northeast Baltimore. There, she put Malachi into an apartment complex dumpster. Later that day, she told police Malachi went missing from his grandmother's front porch, and that sparked a widespread search for the 4-year-old. But she later confessed that her son was not in fact missing and gave police the location of his body. Documents also say the FBI found she was searching for trash collection sites on her cell phone. Both Baltimore women were arrested and charged with 11 counts, including involuntary manslaughter and first-degree child abuse, which carries a possible life sentence. In court today, they had different attorneys representing them. Shakita's defense said she wanted to get Malachi treatment for his burns, and she called the landlord of their apartment complex to get the hot water temperature fixed in the bathtub. In court today, the judge said both women showed extremely poor judgment and that sometimes their choices just didn't even make sense. So he ruled that they were going to be held without bail, that they were a flight risk because he wasn't sure if they would put their own interests over showing up to court. Both women are due for preliminary hearings in the beginning of September. Live in South Baltimore, Abby Isaacs, WMAR 2 News.
Y'all see that? Wasn't that sad? You know, at the end of the day, what in the world was on y'all minds? Okay, they said something about the baby. They put the baby in a tub of scalding water I guess they had complained to the apartment complex about the water being too hot. And, the temperature wasn't being controlled. Well, when you saw your child's skin floating in the water, why you just didn't take the baby out immediately and rush him to the hospital? Like, why, that happened when I was pregnant with my first child. I was at one of my girlfriend's house, and I had spent the night, and we were having coffee that morning, okay? And I had just made my cup of coffee, and I had the cup sitting on the table. At the time, she had her third child, because her and I was pregnant with, it was her fourth and my first, but we were pregnant together. I had set the coffee cup on the table. Her little boy, he was about a year old then. He was like stuck to my side. He always wanted to be up under me. So I had got up from the kitchen to get a spoon so I could stir my coffee, my cream and sugar in my coffee. And before I could turn around and get back to the table, girl, the baby had pulled the cup off the kitchen table, and it scalded him. So immediately, her and we called the ambulance. We rushed him to the hospital. And we told of course, once the doctors and the nurses seen the burn mark, they was on high alert. But we explained to them what happened, and our story sounded very truthful. And the doctor said, based off how the burn mark was placed on his body, it was like around this area, they could tell that the story that we gave was a truthful story. But we took that boy to the hospital immediately. Like, as soon as it happened, we rushing him out the house. Ambulance, we called the ambulance, and he's being rushed to the hospital. Well, I don't understand why those young ladies waited 4 days. And then once you wake up and see the baby was unresponsive, then you go take your own child and go throw him in a garbage can? I'm just thinking to myself, child, if my cat passed away, I won't even do my cat like that. My cat gonna have a funeral. He's gonna be buried right there in the backyard. You take your own baby and throw him in the trash can like he meant absolutely nothing to you. And at the end of the day, whatever punishment that they impose on these ladies, I just feel like, I just pray the guilt of what they did to that 4-year-old baby will haunt them for the rest of their lives. I truly hope and pray that happens. Because like the judge says, y'all should have used better judgment than that. Like, there was no excuse. No excuse. And I don't know about y'all, but when my kids was little and I used to give them baths, and I would run their bath water, before I would put my kids in the tub, I would always test the water with my hand. I never put my kids in the tub without testing the water first. Never did that. Because if it's too hot for me, it's definitely too hot for them. Child. I don't know. All right, y'all. I'm almost at work. Oh, Lord, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired today, y'all. I got so much work in that house to do. I got so much to put up. I told myself, y'all, I got to motivate myself. Because when I get home, baby, I'm tired. Then I have to come in. I got to cook. I still don't have my kitchen all the way organized. Y'all know how it is when you move. I got my clothes. I need to get all my clothes hung up and back in my dresser drawers. It's just a lot of stuff I got to do. And I just need to start just making myself my own personal project and just keep at it until it's done and try to do like a project a day until I get that house all the way, you know, back in order. Because it just looks messy right now because it's boxes and bags and stuff everywhere, you know. So, I don't know, y'all. We gonna figure out. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work, honey. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be a little copycat for a moment. I like the idea that Strong Mommy Chrissy did with the live baby shower. So what I want to do is I want to do a live housewarming. I thought that was a very good idea, and I'm the type of person, if I see something that you done did and I feel like it's a good idea and I want to try it, I'm gonna give you props on it. I ain't just gonna steal your idea and act like I didn't. Okay? So, Strong Mommy Chrissy, your girl's gonna have a live housewarming, okay? And whenever I get this registry put together and whatever things that I get off the registry, I'm gonna go ahead and do a live housewarming so you guys can see the things that I received, okay? All right, y'all. I'm gonna go and get off here because I'm about to get off on my exit. And let me get on in here and start my day. I appreciate you guys tuning in today and watching your girl. Remember, y'all, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please make sure you share me on your social media. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to reach a milestone, another milestone on YouTube. And y'all, it's close. I'm like super close to it. And I just need y'all to, if you watch me and you like me, share me with other people. I would appreciate it. All right, y'all, let your girl get on off of here. I miss you guys. I thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next time, y'all be easy. I'll see y'all again in these YouTube streets. Sub what you love, baby. Bye-bye.